I have come across some Normans. I need to be careful. They're plotting. So I'm getting ready now to actually watch the battle. You can see them assembling behind me. And then there's a guy giving us a bit of information over the tannoy.
He was ill,
Getting ready.
His illness had started in November of 1065. At the time it was called a malady of the brain. Nowadays it might be called a series of cerebral hemorrhages. He seemed to recover, but by Christmas Eve he was stricken again. And by New Year of 1066 he was unconscious, possibly even in a coma. In the early hours of the 5th of January,
big finale. This is the battle.
4 people were at his bedside. His queen, Edith.
Getting ready.
Secondly, the Archbishop of Canterbury. Next, Harold Godwinson, the Earl of Wessex. And finally, Robert Fitzwymark, a Norman and one of the dying king's closest friends. All 4 leaned in to hear the dying king's last words.
Quite tired, so decided to choose my jacket as a blanket and I've sat down. They're still gathering behind us, waiting for it to start. Hope it doesn't rain.
Better than that. These men will defend you from the Norman invader. Cheer now like you've never cheered before. Yes, more men than we thought have made it from Yorkshire. The feared, the local militia from Sussex, from Surrey, maybe even as far afield as Hampshire and Kent are here today as well. Harold's own personal bodyguard are here, his half-guard of troops. The king must be nearby, but I cannot see him yet. But his men have made it in time. They have seized this vital ridge of Senlac. If here they can build a shield wall, overlapping shields, a block, a check to any Norman. So where is the king? Where is King Harold? What's this? A figure on a horse. A bright red cloak to mark his status. A crown upon his helmet. The Saxon King of England is here. His bannerman behind him. The scarlet banner of the fighting man of Wessex. It's the king! All will be well, I am sure of it. But our Saxon shield wall need to hear the words of the king. A hero needs to give a stirring speech. Let us hear what he says. Let us hear the words of King Harold Godwinson.
Remember the stories of Alfred told by your fathers. This land has a spirit that could not be subdued by the Danes, was not broken by Hardrada, and will not be humbled by this cutthroat William the Bastard. You are gathered here today from all over our land. You fight today for your families and your homes, but most of all for your freedom. The man you face today is a cruel and vicious...
Someone else is here too. Yes, at the bottom of the hill.
We're on the Norman side.
Warriors enter the
Here
field,
they are.
not Saxon English. The enemy is here.
I was the boo. Say boo, Mama. Oh, you say boo.
The Norman host has arrived and begins to flood the bottom of the field. Men on foot, men on horseback. The invader is here!
We're meant to be the Normans.
Riding beside the figure of William, Duke of Normandy himself, his half-brother Odo, Bishop of Bayeux. He will bless the army as it marches into position. The Latin blessing of the bishop welcomes the troops of the Norman army onto the field. This is a holy war for him. He has received the Pope's blessing. The Pope has blessed a banner, a papal banner no less, which flies at the head of the Norman army. This indicates it is a Christian cause and the heathen Saxons must be defeated. William himself comes forward. He too will give a speech to his army to stir them to great deeds. Let us listen to William's speech.
You have travelled with me on a great voyage to fight on a distant shore. You have done so in the noble tradition of our Viking ancestors. This fight was not of our making, nor was it born from the desire for naked conquest. This land was rightfully granted to me by King Edward of England, a wise and gentle king. We are here to claim what is rightfully ours. The Pope knows this and gives us his holy blessing. The rest of Europe knows this and lends its support. The richest land in Northern Europe is before you. Fight to make it a Norman kingdom for your children and your grandchildren. Fight and take what is yours by right. Fight and be victorious!
Fight and be victorious! Let's hear it for the Dukedom of Normandy!
Yay!
Normandy! Yes, you can boo if you wish, or you can cheer. Let's hear it! Make some noise! Normandy! Well, the two sides have a warrior minstrel called Talifer to be his champion, to ride forward and offer single combat to a Saxon champion. Maybe bloodshed can be avoided. Maybe one-on-one is the answer. Who is this lone knight? Where is he? He will be selected from the ranks. Talifer, the poet. Talifer, the minstrel. Talifer, the warrior knight on his milk-white steed. Here he comes. You have to admire his bravery. Give a cheer now for the lone knight. Give a cheer for Talifer. History records that the famous Norse poem, The Song of Roland, was upon his lips as he charged up the battlefield to offer battle. Will there be a Saxon champion to face him? He receives his instructions from the Duke himself. Surely this is madness. One man against an entire army? His bravery is incredible. Surely this is certain death, or perhaps certain victory for the Norman army. It is worth a gamble. Talifer, here he comes. He sets his horse off at the walk. The Duke signals his approval.
Can you see him right at the back there? Yeah.
One lone rider. It's the Saxon champion he will face. Let's hear it. Rider versus foot soldier. Who will win this
The
battle?
rider will win.
First blow
Definitely.
of the battle has been struck. Talifer circles. He keeps his horse moving. Who are you going to cheer for? Is it Talifer? Is it the Saxon champion?
Saxon champion.
But the Saxon champion is not alone. alone.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 warriors are going to take him on. Taillefer has been struck. Taillefer is down. Good Lord, first blood to the Saxon army. William will be furious. Is this an omen for the battle? It puts fight, it puts heart, it puts spirit into the Saxon line. If you agree, then give a cheer for the men of Saxon England. First blood to them.
Boo!
I want the Saxon.
Well, William is going to fling in his archers to soften up the Saxon line. He will explain his tactics to his brother, Odo.
So, this is the mighty English army? Is this all that the whole kingdom could muster? I felt sure they would outnumber us 2 to 1. Our first attack will sweep them aside.
Do not underestimate them, my brother. They fight for their homes, their lands, their families. They will fight well, and we are still slightly outnumbered. But you are right. Not by as many as I'd expected.
Look at that.
God is truly on our side.
Did you see
Their
that?
ranks have been
Archers.
thinned by their battles with the Vikings in the north, and it seems that we have also spent the last 2 weeks fighting them.
Look at
So,
that.
my lord, by laying waste to the land hereabouts with fire and sword, and giving our soldiers the pleasure of plunder and pillage for 2 weeks, we have fought Harold's hand.
Cool.
We destroyed, what, 20 villages? As for towns, we burned Pevensey, Bexhill, Helsham, Hastings, and have slaughtered his people by the 100. He could not allow his subjects to endure such terror any longer. Harold has galloped south at great speed, leaving a large part of his army to follow on foot. This proves God's blessing on our endeavor. Now, let us slaughter this English army, and quickly, before they are reinforced.
So, that explains William's terror tactics and why he has burnt and ravaged along the south coast. He has drawn Harold down here quicker than Harold should possibly have come. Only part of the English army is here.
Oh, they're on the
So,
move. They're
William
on the
now
move.
throws his army up the hill to end this English presence in
They're
one
on the move.
swift blow. A quick rush up the hill. His vaunted infantry will sweep this shield wall aside, I have no doubt. Here they come. They get closer. They get closer. The waiting Saxons stand and steady and wait. Here they come, closer and closer yet. Who will you cheer for? Will it be for the invader? Will it be for Normandy? Will it be for the Saxon men of England? And they're in. The two sides crash with a roar like the sea upon the shores of England. The fighting is intense. Hacking, hewing, slashing, thrusting, no quarter asked or given. Neither side giving ground. Come on, put heart into the warriors. Cheer for them, whichever side you're cheering for. Make some noise, give them your support. Melee, the shield wall is firm. The Normans cannot seem to break through. Perhaps exhausted after their march up the hill, they start to pull back. The first Norman attack has failed.
Ooh.
The Saxon shield wall has stood firm. England is safe. For the time being. For the time being.
Look at that arrow.
Ooh, man.
They're just walking
They're
like.
retreating.
Yeah, okay, I and some of them were just.
The Saxon
just saw
shield
an
wall
arrow
has stood
coming towards
firm.
them and just
They
kept
are happy. They've held their ground. London and the rest of England is safe. William has a new weapon.
I know this
He has a secret weapon. Cavalry, and lots of them, mounted soldiers. The shield wall must be quick, they must reform. Here comes the secret weapon of the Normans.
Woo! Horses.
Thundering hooves, armoured knights,
The
crashing
Saxons
home
don't have
against
any
the shield
horses.
wall. Can the horsemen break through? They're pushing hard. But it seems not to have been enough. Good Lord. Can the vaunted secret weapon, can it not break through? William will want to try again. Send in the cavalry a second time. That's his order. A second cavalry charge. Perhaps this time the shield wall will break. In, cries the leader.
I'd like to be in that battle. They're not actually like that key. Not in the real battle. They're in the fake.
They're in.
The knights come with speed along the shield wall, but they can't find an opening.
No.
It seems that the secret weapon has not worked. This may become a battle of attrition, rather than the lightning strike ended in one morning that William hoped for.
Why are the
This may be
Saxons
an
not
all-day
invading?
affair, a bloody
The
affair.
Saxons are just
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Saxon shield wall has held firm! What options does William have left?
The archers are throwing arrows. There they are. There they go, the arrows.
So, having softened up the Saxon shield wall with yet more archery, forcing the warriors to hold their shields up high to defend their faces and their heads, the infantry are sent forward once again. First of all,
I saw an arrow hit the shield.
the men from Brittany. Then in the centre, personal troops of the Duke himself from Normandy, and then on the Norman right, from France and Flanders. It seems the whole south coast of the English Channel is against our shield wall. Here they come in echelon. The left, the centre, the right in three massive blocks.
Do they know who's gonna win?
The centre is
They
not far
probably
behind, only 20
know.
paces. A further 20 paces behind that, the blue shield and the Franco-Ferris contingent.
But I think they probably know they're gonna lose in the under.
Now in the centre as well. Only the English left remains undeployed. Soon they too will be
Oh,
fighting.
look at that arrow.
So the Bretons have retreated and the English are following them, are
He
pursuing
must
them.
send more troops to
And
hold
they're
the
breaking the
position.
shield wall.
He chooses his cavalry, his convoy of cavalry. Quickly rushes fastest moving troops to the scene. The horsemen will stabilise the situation, surely.
There come the horsemen.
Here come the first convoy of William's
Look,
forces.
there's some Ukraine flags. Can you see the Ukraine flags?
Bretons.
Yeah.
Oh, there are some dead people. Yeah, that is
It's
looking forward
uncertain.
to it.
William throws in the rest of
Where
his
are the
convoy.
dead people?
They're on the floor. They're
In
dead
fact,
people.
William will lead his horsemen
People are dying,
personally
like-
into the thick of the fray.
Here he comes.
There is danger here. William in the front line. He could be prey to an arrow or a spear thrust. The rest of the Norman army begins to pull back. They must pull back the line, thanks to the hole made in it by the Bretons. Here comes William personally. With his own red cloak, he crosses swords with Saxon huscarls. William personally, he doesn't lack any bravery. He's in there, he's in there. The fighting is confused, the ebb and the flow, it's hard to see what's going on. Wait! Is William down? Is Duke William of Normandy unhorsed? Duke William is down! He's wounded! The Saxon shield wall is held firm. William the Bastard is on foot. He's bleeding from a dozen sword cuts. This could be victory for Saxon England! Well, we don't know where William is. He's lost in the press of the fighting.
Oh, look at this.
A chunk of English that pursued the Bretons down the hill didn't make it, but... Normandy!
Yay!
Look at me! See my face! I still live! But I am strong. We are strong, and together we shall go up that hill and slay the usurper Harold. I will lead you there. I am William, Duke of Normandy, but by nightfall I shall be William, King of England.
Normandy!
Is it?
They engage with the shield wall, but they don't seem to press home their attack.
A messenger. Pass the word to my brother to hold his men back. He is not to advance. He is not to leave the shield wall. He is not to take the bait. Hurry!
What's this? Harold knows that there is a problem. He suspects trickery. A chunk of the English army has advanced down the hill. They're surrounded by horsemen. He's pulled an entire flank of the English army out of its line. They chased the horsemen. It was a feigned retreat, and he's created a hole in the Saxon shield wall.
No, you fools! Hold! Hold! By all that is holy, stop them! My brave, foolhardy brother, what have you done? This may cost us the battle, even the kingdom itself.
Indeed, they are brave, but they are also foolhardy. Harold's own brother, Gurth, has charged out of the shield wall, pursuing those Norman riders, but it was a trick. It was a feigned retreat. And now they are prey to the Norman infantry, who are overwhelming them. A full third of the English army is now bitterly embattled and is about to be slaughtered to a man. Disaster for Saxon England. But victory is one step closer for the Duke of Normandy!
Yay! We've got the king there.
Well, look at that. English dead lie thick all along the battlefield. They left the shield wall. They paid the price. Again, a moment of crisis. The king, King Harold, must show himself. King Harold must come forward. He must give a speech to his remaining shield wall. They are...
Men of England, stand firm. Stand your ground and hold the shield wall. If the shield wall holds, we hold. And if we hold, England holds. William the Bastard is a master of trickery. His feigned retreat fooled our left wing, and many brave warriors have fallen, including my own brother. But with God's help, we can still bring an end to this Norman blight upon our land. Do not make the same mistake of leaving the shield wall. If we can but hold until nightfall, then reinforcements will come to our aid. For every man
Harold is down. He's been struck by an arrow. They're going to finish the job now.
Harold may only be wounded. He must be finished off. The Norman knights on horseback come forward to finish the job.
Oh.
The archers cease shooting for fear of hitting their own horses. The knights spur their horses forward. That tiny knot of defenders around the king looks painfully fragile. And the knights are in. The Huscarls, the bodyguard, the half-guard attempt to defend Harold. But they are soon to be overwhelmed.
Why aren't all of the army going?
Disaster. The English king is down, but look, his banner still flies. There is still hope. Maybe he's only wounded. William takes advantage and throws his entire army into the assault. Let's finish this now, he says. Wait, what's this? The Saxon banner, the red banner, has been captured. It's in Norman hands. Oh, disaster for the Saxon cause. Look how few warriors are left on the shield wall. And the Norman army is coming for them, and it's coming fast.
Is that the Saxon
Well,
flag?
this could well be the end of Saxon England, but they will sell their lives dearly.
The Saxons are still fighting.
Is there an Englishman left on the field? I fear not. It looks as though this is a victory for Normandy!
Yay!
These are your new masters, Normandy!
Yay!
I don't know.
Well, it seems that this time God was on the side of the Normans. And Bishop Odo has no doubt about that.
Soldiers! Warriors! On your knees. God's work has truly been done this day.
Battlefield.
Bowing their head in prayer.
Edith, known as Edith Swanneck, mistress and common law wife to King Harold.
As I made my way onto the field of slaughter, carrion crows rose all around me, seemingly the only living things on that blood-soaked hillside. But I was not alone. Others searched the field too, although whether for loved ones or for plunder, I cared not. I searched only for my lord's body, so that he might know a Christian burial. Duke William, I cannot bring myself to call him king, provided a soldier to guide me to the place where my lord's banner had last been seen flying on the day of battle, before the bloody end came. There I found the bodies lay thickest, fallen in a final last stand. Many were already naked, stripped by ghouls and robbers searching to profit from the terrible slaughter, so that in death I could not tell Norman from Englishman. The sun was past its peak before I found him. It mattered not that I was bloodied to the waist and elbows from searching. I had found my lord, my love, my Harold. But little wonder the Duke's men could not find him for themselves. His body was torn, his regal armour and tunic gone. And worse, oh cruel fate, his head sundered from his body and not to be found. Thus was I denied a last chance to gaze upon the face of my love.
But doomed part in the campaign of 1066 recounted the tale in their epic poem, the Heimskringla, which summed up the Norman conquest like this.
William came o'er the sea, with bloody sword came he. Cold heart and bloody hand now rule the English land.
For this, warriors, be upstanding for King William, King of England!
Yay!
God save the king! But unlike in the real battlefield, our warriors do get up, go home and live to fight another day, but only with your help. So, on the count of 3, after 3, I want you all to join with me and say, "Let the dead arise," and a miracle will be seen. All together now. 1, 2, 3. Let the dead arise!
Yay! Woo! I've made my way back to the car. Such a good day. Loved the reenactment. Loved living history, so to speak. English Heritage hosts some wonderful days out. I highly recommend giving them a go. If you've enjoyed my videos, please hit the like button, subscribe and the bell so you can be notified. In Jolly Geniuses World, we make the most of our opportunities.